I am your friend Dr. Charles Apoki. I want to look at the arrest of the leadership of the leader of Meyitti Allah in Nigeria, Fulani herdsmen and farmers clashes, the northern Nigerian elite, other tribes, the justice system, and Kanu Nnamdi Kanu. Number one, I told people who were ready to listen that when Buhari leaves office, the immunity and the impunity of the Meyitti Allah will be drastically reduced. At one point, they talked recklessly, behaved recklessly, as if they were another arm of government. In fact, if you met a herdsman in your farm, he will tell you that they own the whole of Nigeria and that he owns your farm. So, but after the exit of Buhari, the equation changed. Now, let's state it clearly. Not all Fulanis are herdsmen. Not all Fulanis are nomadic. You have the Gidan Fulani and the nomadic Fulani. Not all Fulanis carry weapons. Not all Fulanis migrate with cows from one place to the other. Therefore, they want a minority doing a business of cattle breeding cannot bring a nation to its knees or brand the whole Fulani race. Not all Fulani herdsmen are Nigerians. A great percentage of them who are terrorists are not Nigerians. So it's an insult for foreigners because of ethnic and tribal affiliation and religious affiliation to invade our country, hold our country ransom, and try to dictate to the leadership of this country. Fulanis are not the majority in northern Nigeria. Not all northerners are Fulanis. In fact, the young man that carried us to the motor park with his keke is Hausa from Bauchi State. And the way he spoke about the Fulanis and the herdsmen and the banditry was he described them as very despicable, illiterate band of people who don't want to go to school or learn any other trade apart from cattle rearing. And if they don't have anything to do, they will resort to criminality. No modern nation can tolerate this. The Fulani herdsmen in Nigeria do not have more cows than the Maasais own in Kenya. And the Maasais in Kenya have not constituted a nuisance to the Kenyan government. We have other cattle rearers in Ghana, in the whole of Africa. They have not constituted a nuisance to their citizenry. It is the laxity and lousiness of the Buhari administration and the support of people like El-Rufai and some cohorts in the security agencies that made the Fulani herdsmen in Nigeria to become so bold to be forming an ethnic militia. What if the Hausas form an ethnic militia? The Birons form an ethnic militia? The Gwaris, the Lantang people form an ethnic militia? And those from Igalas form, and all other tribes form ethnic militias. This country will degenerate to a Hobbesian state. Now, what is the difference between the Fulani herdsmen, Meyitti Allah, forming an ethnic militia and the Eastern Security Network formed by Nnamdi Kanu. In fact, some of these headsmen and bandits have committed more crimes than the Eastern Security Network. I'm not their fan. I'm not their propagandist. I will want to see how the judiciary will handle the case of this leader of Meyitti Allah, and how they will handle it differently from that of Nnamdi Kanu. I'm waiting to see whether we have two justice systems in Nigeria. A stop has to be brought to the nuisance of Meyitti Allah in this country. They are not the only people doing business. And in fact, modern cattle breeding has gone beyond using them to pass through farms. If the northern elite are sincere, if the northern governors are sincere, they don't need to come to other people's territories to establish breeding grounds. They have enough farmland and enough space in the north to breed the cows and bring them down to the south. This is one issue that President Tinubu has to handle very firmly. If not, we will degenerate to a chaotic nation. What is happening is very disgusting and disgraceful. A modern nation is not run like that. I remain your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. God bless you.